Good evening, everyone. This will be a short video, just basically showing you how I use two commands when I'm working with drives or mounts, mount points, whichever the case may be. It's blkid and lsblk. As you know, the lsblk basically gives you a high level of what your drives that are out there, whether they're mounted or not. It just kind of shows you the drives and partitions that are out there. The blkid obviously gives you more information, such as your device name, your labels, and the UUIDs. When I'm working with drives, I typically like to use the UUIDs because if you're using the device names, they have a tendency to move around on you. For example, if my my SDB and my SDC were just normal mounts and not a RAID 1, and if I were using device names, they could flip on me. So by using the UUID, you're pretty much locking it in, and you don't have to worry too much about it. So, being that the UUIDs have a very, very long name, I find it much easier just to simply run blkid. I pipe it through grep based on the device name, in this case MD0, and I use the double chevrons, which is important to note that this is the double is appending a particular file. In this case, the fstab. A single chevron will overwrite the file. So if you're, I think just make a backup of the file just before you do anything like this, as a just in case, because if you screw up the fstab, then you're really not going to have a system you're going to boot into. In any event, so running that command, and then calling up an editor and grabbing the fstab file, you'll see that it has been appended to the end of the file. And since I'm already using this in a live system, I'll show you what I would do if that entry did not exist. I simply modify it a little bit, taking out all the information that isn't required, and then adding the mount point, the file type, defaults, and then I like to use this in my RAID 1 because that actually tells the system to show the RAID 1 drives in whatever file utility you're using, Thunar, whatever the case may be. So we'll just go ahead and save this and get rid of that. And that's it, really. So that's how I do some device management using those two commands. Obviously, the blkid requires elevated access. You can't use it under your normal user ID. So these examples were done as root. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.